We welcome you into the Jim Myers Gymnasium here at Logan High School for the main event, if you will, of our doubleheader of Division III regional semifinals here on this Thursday afternoon. Dewey Daly and Shane Combs along with you. Glad to have you with us. The 5th-seeded Adena Warriors taking on the number 1 seed in South Webster. Should be a fun matchup, a rematch of Adena's first match, South Webster's third of the season.
I'm real excited to have our nightcap here tonight. We've already had a good one that went 4 there in the first one with Meadowbrook dropping the first set and coming back and winning 3 in a row. But this is one I've been really excited to do just because it got us started this year. And when you watch that particular match, I thought Adena did some things early, and South Webster really responded with some of their experience. I thought South Webster's experience really showed up in that particular match. You know, they're led by the outstanding Bella Claxton and all the different things that she can do. She has such a variety of weapons there at the net that go with her. And then Addie Claxton anchors the passing for them. And then on the other side, though, you watched Adena that day, jumped out to the 2-0 advantage before losing in 5. And as I watched Adena early in the year, I just felt like that this is going to become a completely different team. And here they hit their stride about halfway through the year, and I think they come in, I don't know exactly what it is, like 13 out of 14 or something like that, with the only loss being there at Uniota in 5. They go with the 5-1 attack, all quarterback there by Grace Townsend, and she has a variety of weapons there at the net, and Bossard anchors their passing game. So, we're going to be calling out a lot of different things. I look for this match to have some tempo to it, long rallies, good clean volleyball. It should be a lot of fun.
Yeah, and one thing you sort of started to dive into is just the star power on both sides of the court. That's one thing John and I talked about on this week's episode of Overtime presented by McDonald's. There's 5 all-district 14 players and 2 honorable mentions just on the court at this time. Obviously, you have Bella Claxton, who's District 14 Player of the Year on the first team. Her sister Addie Claxton joins her. You have Brinley Preston from Adena also on first team. You look to the second team from Webster. You have Skylar Zimmerman, then Brooke Bossert from Adena, and then you have Grace Townsend on third team, and you have Mia Crum and Eva Kruger on honorable mentions. So, and you even have some players who maybe didn't make the all-district teams, but made the all-league teams. For South Webster, it'd be the SOC, and then obviously for Adena, it would be the SVC. So just a ton of great athletes on both sides of the net.
Well, so well coached on both sides. Really, really good programs. I think both play some different people throughout the year that get them ready for this stage. And obviously, we talked about it in the opening. Winning's hard, and these two programs do a lot of winning. And a lot of these girls play multiple sports for their respective schools, and they win in those sports too. So it's just one of those things that, after a while, start to go. And what you like about Adena is that they're playing their very best volleyball now. And for South Webster, I don't know that you could ever pick out a point in a year where they weren't playing well. So
25-0.
So you don't accidentally get to that. So that's why I think we're primed for just an incredible matchup. I think two teams that know each other well, but at the same time, there's probably going to be some differences when you consider how long ago, all the way back at the beginning of the year, that match ended up taking place.
Now, only 2 times this year, South Webster was forced to a 5th set. Notre Dame forced them to 5 late in the season. Obviously, Notre Dame, a powerhouse in Division IV, winning the SOC 1. That other time, Adena, their 3rd match of the season. Only 2 times the Jeeps have been forced to 5 sets. We'll quickly go through the tournament history, not exactly history, but so far for both teams. For Adena, it's a 3-0 win over Valley, 3-0 win over an SVC foe in Westfall, and then obviously the 3-0 win over a Wheelersburg team who, coming into the match, their only 2 losses on the year were to South Webster. Then for the Jeeps, obviously we talked about how much TVC action they have had so far. They took down Wellston in the first round. They took down Alexander the round after that. Meg's in the round after that. Now they have Adena in the regional semifinal, looking for the rematch of last year's regional semifinal with Meadowbrook awaiting in the Elite 8.
Well, you're in that top seed, and you're obviously going to get a little bit of a favorable path. Alexander did push them in the opening set of that district semifinal win, and then after they were able to survive that, they kind of took care of business pretty easy in that second or third set. So again, not a lot of resistance from the start to now. And for Adena, I guess you could say a little bit of the same thing as you were rattling off some things there. The one thing I will say is I thought the Adena performance against Wheelersburg is the best I've seen them play, the most complete I've seen them play. I've watched certain sets throughout the year. The opening set that they won at Uniota comes to mind, where they were really, really good. But again, they go on to lose that match in 5. I thought the Wheelersburg start to finish was just really, really impressive. And then what I like about South Webster is the maturity and focus. I don't see a lot of up and down. I don't see a lot of hills and valleys. I just see a lot of real good volleyball, a lot of consistent volleyball, and I think that comes from their experience, their leadership, and again, they're a team that's not going to beat themselves. And that's why I said in the opening, I think you're going to see a lot of long rallies because I think you're going to see good volleyball on both sides. I think it's going to be a real treat for our volleyball fans that are watching here this evening.
And you talk about strong sets for Adena. I believe it was 25-6 in set 2 over Wheelersburg. That really set the tone for that eventual set 3 win and match win for the Warriors. But even early on in that matchup against South Webster that I believe you and Mike had the honor of calling early on in the season, led 2-0 after the first 2 sets in that one.
Yeah, they did, and they're a completely different team now. They've gone to the 5-1 again, as I mentioned before. Grace Townsend will quarterback it from all 6 rotations. Grace is a young lady that's gone over 1,500 assists in her career. Probably by the time she's done wearing the 2 shade blue, will push 2,500 assists. That's an incredible mark. So you'll watch her spread it around. Bossert will wear the different collar jersey for Adena. And she'll lead a really good passing attack, and what that'll allow Townsend to do is spread it out to a lot of those hitters that you mentioned. You'll get the Preston in the middle, you get Day in the middle, and then you'll get Kruger and Burns outside, and they'll really try to spread it around.
Tonight's officials are Shane White and Lori Franceschi. Judging this evening, Brian Washburn and David McRae.
And Shane, one interesting thing between these two teams, I think it was something I brought up during the Adena and Wheelersburg match, was that so far through the tournament, it's been 3 straight set wins for both of these teams. So regardless of who wins the first set, it's going to be the first set loss for one of these teams in the postseason.
It is, and again, when you're a dominant program, you don't play a lot of 4th and 5th sets. I mean, when we start talking about career milestones and all those different things, a lot of times you're just simply not playing as much volleyball as other kids throughout the year. But I will say this. Both of these types of programs, they go out and play some different competition in the summer. Adena travels on the weekend and plays at some different parts of Ohio. So again, both of these teams are battle tested. They've been mainstays at this particular level, and like I said, girls on both sides have done a lot of winning throughout their high school athletic careers.
And one thing you highlighted a couple minutes ago was sort of how Bella Claxton is that do-it-all player for Coach Darcy Claxton. Has over 500 assists on the season, over 260 kills. One thing I brought up in the post game on Saturday was how they've had the addition of sophomore Sydney Kelser, who has kind of come on as that second setter. How important is it to have a player like that, to get a player like Claxton who can do it all and more looks on the outside?
Well, Claxton's ability to do it all is so much. I've been on record so much when I talk volleyball throughout the local and even Southeast Ohio. I favor the all-around player so much because you'll get a big-time hitter, you'll get a big-time passer, and they can impact the match in a special way for 3 rotations. What the players like Claxton can do, all 6 rotations, she's going to impact the match. You're going to watch her tonight impacted as a setter in a big-time way. You're going to see her swing away as a hitter. You're going to watch her with a great serve. Her leadership's going to be off the charts. She'll step in defensively and pass a little bit and block a little bit. So you'll just see her. In basketball, a lot of people like to call them the stat sheet stuffers. Well, in volleyball, it's the same exact way for players like that go all the way around. And that's just a lot of fun to watch.
I tell you what, Shane, over on this far right side, it was Nelsonville, a pretty rowdy section. I think we had a banana over there, a couple of Santa Clauses, a few reindeers.
Yeah.
And as of now, it looks like South Webster going to uphold the standards over there, and Adena going to look to do the same here in the bottom left.
Yeah, this is one of the favorite things about tournament time. You get the great community support. I think you mentioned earlier South Webster soccer continuing to play. That's exciting. So obviously these two programs are no stranger to this, and the communities understand the tradition, and it's fun. They're fighting for one of those Elite Eight spots where the winner will face Meadowbrook.
Adena looking for a rematch in the regional final with Meadowbrook. South Webster looking to do the same just a round later.
We highlighted in that first match a little bit of the nerves on the big stage. I thought that played a factor. I thought Nelsonville handled it a lot better in the first set, and I thought that showed up as they went on to win 25-16. As Meadowbrook settled into the match, and they were able to start to pick up the pace, they went. But again, the beginning of that match was all Nelsonville. Let's watch for that early here to see who can kind of settle in and get in rhythm the fastest.
Jim Myers Gymnasium here at Logan High School. Colton Bach back to serve. Trip to the Elite Eight on the line. We are underway. Townsend set far side. Preston over with the right hand. Now Claxton. This is Zimmerman with the right hand down the line. Jeeps on the board first. 1-0.
Yeah, big fan of Zimmerman. Again, one of those multi-sport athletes that's done a lot of winning in her career. She'll supply some offense on the outside there for the Jeeps.
Serve from Colton Bach on the way. Townsend. Back set near side. Tipped over by Eva Kruger. Knotted up at one apiece.
Yeah, nice back set from Townsend. Kruger just goes with a little tip right over top of the block. Ties us up.
1-1, Kruger back to serve. On the way, off the top of the net. Claxton down the middle, tipped over by Zimmerman, drops it in.
Double block was there for Adena. She went with the tip in the back row, just leaving too much of a gap there. Falls in for the point.
Marin Smith in for Sydney Kelser. Claxton to serve. Tight to the net, nice play by Howard. Townsend down the middle, Preston over the net. Claxton off the net, attack, top of the net, drops it in, 2-1. Check that, 3-1.
Coming out of the back row there, catching the top of the net and just sneaking down through.
Bella Claxton back to serve. 3-1 lead, too strong to the back line. 3-2, hands it back over to the Warriors, down by 1.
Again, easy to be a little amped up in an environment like this, on a stage like this. Just got to control the breathing and settle into the match.
Grace Townsend back to serve it away for the Warriors. Down by 1, Claxton down the middle, tipped over by Crum. Far side, Burns over with the right hand, yes. Tied up at 3.
Nice adjustment off of the pass off the net there. Townsend goes to the bump set. Gives her hitter an opportunity.
Claxton, near side to Zimmerman. Now the Warriors down the line. Preston over with the right hand.
Thought we had 9 in the net. It was the signal, I thought, across court there. We ended up getting Crum in the net there.
Warriors now leading 4-3. Claxton, far side, back to the middle, over with the left hand for Crum, sent back by the Warriors. Nobody home for the second touch. 5-3 Adena.
What happened there is the setter had to take the first ball defensively. No one recognized it on the second hit. The libero got stuck behind.
Townsend to serve, leading by 2. Claxton, back to Zimmerman, near side, dig from Howard. Townsend over on the second touch, right back over by Crum. What a play by the junior.
Great job of going with two hands and playing the ball. So many kids just kind of tipped that ball up in the air. She went and actually played it to the floor.
Addie Claxton serves it away. Townsend back set, near side for Preston. Near side off the net, roll shot, tipped back by Preston.
Preston's so good, such a factor at the net.
Now the senior back to serve. Bella Claxton to the net. This is Raynard over with the left hand. Now the Warriors on the attack. Burns a big swing, blocked at the net. Now Burns off the net. Too strong. Back line a bit too far. I believe we're going to have a tip.
Had a tip. Both line judges, both at the same time, went tip. So they were both pretty certain there was some action there at the net. And Adena will get the point as that ball sails long.
7-4 lead for the Warriors in set one. Brinley Preston serves it away. Bella Claxton back set to Smith with the left hand, drops it in. Lead is down to 2.
Great pass on target, and when they do that with the talent of Claxton, she's able to read the defense and deliver the ball in the correct spot to give her hitter the best opportunity.
Skylar Zimmerman serves it away. Townsend near side now. Burns over on the free ball. Schubert tips it over with the right hand at the net. Another free ball, this time by the Warriors. Claxton right down the middle with Schubert. Claxton back set. Smith left hand, dig from Townsend. Down the middle, this is Day. Big swing, kept alive by the Jeeps. Warriors back on the attack now. Nice dig by Zimmerman. Near side, Schubert blocked at the net, kept alive by the Jeeps, but not for long. Give the point to the Warriors. What a rally!
Yeah, it's some great volleyball, and I talked about that in the pregame. That will not be the last time you call a long rally tonight. Two super teams. You highlighted all the individual talent there in the pregame. You're going to see a lot of that back and forth this evening.
Cameron Sowers back to serve. Up by 3. Serve is too strong. Hands it back to the Jeeps, down by 2, 8-6.
Cameron usually really steady in her role for Adena. Maybe, again, that first time back to the service line, just a little amped up.
Kelser serves it away. Kruger over on the free ball for the Warriors at the net. Kelser right back to Raynard. A nice play by Sowers in the back line. Kruger back over on the free ball. Kelser another set, this time near side for Bella. Claxton gets the kill.
There's just so much good volleyball every time to break down. What an incredible play from Kelser to stay out of the net. Then Sowers and company delivering a great defensive play, and then Claxton obviously that's just her norm there, swinging away.
Kelser serves it away. Kruger on the attack, far side into the net. We're all knotted up, 8 apiece. Townsend to Kruger off the net. Too strong, 9-8 lead for the Jeeps.
Yeah, Kruger just got caught in the middle the time before. That time swings long. Again, just got to settle into the match here and get on the same page with Townsend.
Serve from Kelser is into the net. Tied up once again, this time at 9. Brenna Bossert back to the service line. Kelser sets it up at the net. Bella Claxton on the attack. A nice dig by Sowers. Met at the net between Townsend and Claxton. Now Kruger on the attack. Yes!
That is outstanding setter play. Townsend would turn toward us here. Not the norm, but she understands where her hitters are at, and she's able to send the ball back, and then Kruger makes a nice adjustment on it. Well done.
Bossert back to serve once again, up by 1. Tight to the net, Claxon. Off to the left side. 11-9 lead for Adena.
It's interesting to see strategy-wise where, like, each rotation where they want to pick on the serve receive at.
Kelser at the net, down the lane, Claxon a big swing. Jeeps now in double digits, down by 1.
Adena goes with the easier serve into the middle there, which again's high percentage in terms of getting it in. But then what that does is it puts them right into the attack, and then you're gonna deal with the likes of Bella Claxon swinging.
Raynard serves it away for the Jeeps. Townsend, far side, Kruger blocked at the net. It's like they're gonna say Crum was a bit over the line. 12-10. Now Bossert back to serve. Back set, Schubert on the attack, into the net. Point goes to Adena.
Yeah, no touch there, so they went with the 4 hits. The block was certainly there.
Warriors up by 3. Bossert sticks it in the right side. Her first ace of the night, 14-10.
Yeah, Brooks showing off the ability to hit her spots. Again, calling that from the bench there, picking out the different spots they want to go to, and the senior executed.
14-10, Bossert serves it away. Claxon over on the second touch, drops it into the back left side.
That's sloppy on Adena's part there. You've got to recognize when the setter's live there in that front row, and you got to play her just like you would a live hitter, because when that ball's passed really well tight to the net at her size, that's in play every time.
Colton Bach serves it away. Townsend at the net. Preston down the lane with the left hand. Can't get it over the net. 14-12. Adena. Colton Bach back to serve once again. Townsend back set near side. This is Kruger. Dig from Colton Bach. Claxon sets it up for Crum down the lane. Wide right. 15-12.
Good opportunity for South Webster there, going from the first to second possession there within that rally. Adena was stuck in terms of getting rotated around. There was no block there.
Claxon near side to Zimmerman over with the roll shot. Now for the Warriors. Townsend down the middle. Burns off the tip. Gets the kill.
Just enough of a fake just to kind of freeze the double block there in the middle.
Timeout Jeeps. Down by 4.
Yeah, early on some good volleyball on both sides. You're seeing some high level play. Maybe a little bit of nerves here and there with some unforced errors, but overall pretty good volleyball here. Like we talked about, this is something that your volleyball purists really enjoy, watching these two teams go at it.
Big thank you to Glockner Family of Dealerships, Parmar Stores, Willie & Son Trucking, McDonald's, and the Schmidt Family Restaurant Group for making all of our weekly live streams possible. Also a big thank you to OhioHealth, who makes everything we do here, from articles, photos, interviews, and more. You can find all of that over on SOSAOhio.com. Also a big thank you to John Bruce for making the trip down here to Logan to help work the computer and help set up the camera and everything else that goes into our volleyball streams. 16-12, South Webster leading. Check that, Adena leading coming out of the South Webster timeout.
Dewey, we've been through all the rotations now. Everyone's had a chance to touch it a little bit, serve it a little bit, and I think you'll start to see some kids settle into the match here.
Kruger serves it away, up by 4, near side. Zimmerman with the right hand, blocked at the net. Back over to the Jeeps. Claxon over with 2 hands. Far side, this is Burns. Yes! Lead is up to 5.
I made the comment earlier in the week that I don't know that I've seen a more improved player from start to finish throughout the year than Burns. And when she swings, I've been talking about how it takes Adena's offense to a whole different level.
Claxon, near side, Zimmerman into the net. Lead is up to 6 for the Warriors, 18-12.
Claxton with some great upper body strength to be able to push that ball the way outside, but again, the block was there.
Kruger serves it away up by 6, gets the ace. Lead is up to 7 in set 1 for the Warriors. Timeout, South Webster. Their second of the set, down by 7.
Kruger gets out to that wide angle there and comes in a little different angle than maybe you're used to seeing, and then she mixes it a little bit with a little bit of a float serve. That ball, I've watched her serve from the inline before, and that ball's really dancing. It's got some different things going on there. That time, you don't see Addie Claxton that many times start to have a ball eat her up like that. She's as good as it gets in terms of the liberos in our area throughout this corner of the state. So that gives you an idea of what kind of action that Kruger had on that serve.
Now I'm looking at the banners over here, Shane. Are you very familiar with the 1991 to 1992 Logan girls basketball? They have 4 1,000-point scorers just on that team alone.
Well, that's going back to your Katie Smith days, right?
That was one of them.
Yeah.
Katie Smith, Tez Kraft, Melissa Cooper, and Tammy Hampshire.
Yeah, Katie Smith could play a little bit. Yeah.
2,700 points.
Yeah.
Kruger serves it away out of the Jeeps timeout, up by 7. Near side, Zimmerman. Roll shot over with the right hand. Now the Warriors get the kill. Katie Burns.
Townsend and her hitters were a little slow to start tonight, getting on the same page. But here over the last 5 or 6 attacks, they've really been in tune together.
Overpass by Claxon, back over to the Jeep. Zimmerman tips it back over, drops it in. 20-13. Marin Smith and Haley Howard into the game. Sydney Kelser and Eva Kruger out. Claxon back to serve.
There's another example where the hitter's coming more middle. The setter thinks she's going more outside, and as a result, just there's no approach into the attack.
Claxon serves it away, nearly has an ace. What a play by Howard to keep it alive. Free ball over by Burns. Jeeps now on the attack. Far side, Smith, yes.
Great advantage to have the lefty on that backside because it becomes basically her strong side in her approach. And that's a terrific set from Claxton there to freeze the block.
Townsend back to the middle of the floor. Preston on the attack. Near side, this is Zimmerman over with the right hand. Now Townsend, far side, Burns, blocked at the net, back over to the Warriors. Burns gonna give it another go, this time a bit more off the net. Here's Zimmerman, near side, kept alive by the Warriors. Townsend, back set, Preston over with 2 hands. Now Bella Claxon on the attack, drops it in. Off the net, utilizes the roll shot, finds a gap in the Warriors defense.
South Webster showing a little life. It was Adena up 20-12. Now all of a sudden we're here at 20-16, and you can kind of see it in the body language of the Jeeps.
Claxon serve a bit too strong, hands it back over to Adena, leading by 5.
Great opportunity now for Adena after the service error to try to push 4, as they like to say, and take this first set.
Addison Weiskamp in for the first time tonight. Townsend serves it away, up by 5. Zimmerman, deep attack into the Adena back row. Now Burns on the attack. Nice dig by Claxon. Claxon over on the second touch, yes.
Give Addie Claxon a star there in your scorebook. That was a big-time dig. That was a nice attack on the outside for Adena. You're talking the difference between 22-16, but now 21-17, all off a great defensive play.
Townsend back over on the free ball for the Warriors. Claxton at the net. Big swing from Raynard. Gets the kill. Jeeps have cut it down to 3.
Once again, it's the defensive Addie Claxton passing that ball right on target.
Timeout, Adena up by 3. How about that for a first set? And we're not even done with it yet.
Well, it's been some back and forth, and it looked like at 2012 Adena was going to run away tonight. But you know, that's the other thing you get at this level too. Remember there in the first match, what was it, the third set, when we thought Meadowbrook was going to run and hide, Nelsonville comes all the way back and gets within 20-19. So I highlighted earlier in the evening how hard it is to win. Well, you don't accidentally win 20, 21, 22 matches. South Webster's 25-0. You know what I mean? So like that doesn't accidentally happen. In order to go 25-0, you understand how to play out in front quite a bit, obviously, but you also understand how to settle into a match, how to play through adversity, and you're seeing that a little bit from a very experienced group of Jeeps here.
2 timeouts for the Jeeps in the set. The first there by Coach Laura Smith. Addie Claxton set to serve out of the Warrior timeout, trailing by 3, 21-18 Adena. Claxton serve on the way. Townsend, back set near side for Preston. Jeeps keep it alive. Deep attack from Claxton. Yes, sneaks it in the right line.
That back row attack, it's a lot harder for the block to time that up. That's where the defense has to really react. But with Claxton in that back row, you know it's always an option.
Claxton serves it away. Middle of the floor, Preston over on the free ball, down the middle, Zimmerman blocked at the net, Jeeps keep it alive. Now Smith will give it a go, left hand. Far side, tight to the net, over by Burns, now Claxton. Raynard blocked at the net, back over to the Jeeps now, Zimmerman. Tips it over with the right hand, far side, Burns will give it a go. Claxton over with 2 hands. Nice play by Townsend to keep it alive. Burns, far side attack. What a volley we have here in set 1. Deep attack from Claxton is too strong. 22-19.
Again, sometimes it's just fun to watch. It leaves you just speechless because you see some great defensive effort on both sides, and that was certainly the case there.
Preston serves it away up by 3. Back sent to Smith, far side, blocked at the net, Jeeps keep it going. Near side, Zimmerman gives it a go with the right hand. Yes, both teams now at 20 or more, 22-10 lead for the Warriors.
Day of Adena working hard there in the middle on the block, able to get the touch there the first time through, block and play, and then that time they're able to sneak it down through. Jeeps within 2.
Townsend. Right to Burns, got it! 23-20.
Great adjustment from Townsend there. The shoulders turned a unique way. Her and her hitter right on the same page, and they just attack right down the line.
The junior Cameron Sowers back to serve. 23-20 lead for Adena. Tight to the net, back to Raynard, yes!
Again, good effort, just right in front of the diving effort there. Back within 2.
Sydney Kelser into the game for the Jeeps. She's set to serve it away. Kruger over on the free ball. Kelser sets it up near side. Claxton kept alive by Bossert. Townsend a back set. That's Weiskup on the attack. A nice play by Zimmerman near side. Claxton back over with the right hand. Far side, this is Kruger now. Too strong of the back line. 23-22.
Right idea, just a little long. Give Addie Claxton credit for following that ball all the way to the line just like you're supposed to. And now 23-22. I believe this is as close as they've been since 10-9.
The sophomore Sydney Kelser to serve it away. Set far side to Kruger. Nice play by Zimmerman to keep it going. Tipped over by Kelser on the second touch. Townsend right down the lane. Day into the net. We're all knotted up at 23. Timeout, Adena. Jeeps come storming back, knotted up at 23 apiece, Shane.
Yeah, really impressive response here from South Webster. We were tied back at 9-9, and then it really was all Adena. Adena jumped all the way out and at one point led 20-12. They get back there 22-20. It looked like Adena was going to weather the storm. They scored to go 23-20, but now here we are at 23-all. It's just been that type of back and forth. This next serve is going to obviously be a huge point in terms of getting up to that 24-23, especially the way the momentum has started to shift to South Webster.
Just now tuning in, Meadowbrook victorious in our opener here this afternoon. They moved on to the Elite Eight. Well, they'll get the winner of the nightcap here on this Thursday afternoon. All knotted up at 23. Sydney Kelser to serve it away. Tight to the net, sneaks it in. Kelser with an ace. 24-23, the Jeeps take the lead.
So it's a great time to catch the top of the net there, and that ball falls in. All of a sudden, set point, South Webster.
Kelser, too strong, tied up at 24. Extended set in set number one.
I think we're clear of timeouts on both sides, so we're going to play this out here, and someone's going to win it by 2.
Brenna Bossert back to serve. On the way, tied to the net, Kelser, near side, Claxon, over with the right hand, kept alive for the time being by Bossert. Eventually it'll drop in. South Webster, set point coming up.
Incredible effort. Townsend just ended up tripping over her own teammate there and was unable to keep her balance.
Michaela Raynard set to serve. Townsend, far side, Kruger, we're all tied up at 25.
Here we go. We thought this had a chance to be one of those instant classic type of matches. We're only in the first set, tied at 23, tied at 24, now tied at 25.
Brooke Bossert serves it away for the Warriors. Claxon back set to Schubert, nearly drops it in. Now Kruger on the attack, a bit off the net. Kelser, near side to Claxon, over with the roll shot. Now back to Kruger. She'll give it another go, this time into the net. Another set point for the Jeeps coming up. Colton Bach into the game for Schubert. She'll go back to serve.
Third opportunity for South Webster to win the first set.
Townsend sets up Preston. Looks like we'll have a tip. That'll tie it up at 26.
Again, both line judges immediately on the call.
Ball landed a bit out of bounds, but they'll have the Jeeps for a tip. We're all tied up 26 apiece. The Warriors survive another Jeep set point. Kruger to serve. On the way. Bella Claxon, back set, Crum, over with the left hand, tipped right back by Katie Burns.
Nicely done on the Adena defense, and after surviving 3 South Webster set points, now Adena for the first time will serve for the set.
Kruger serves it away. Gets the ace, the Warriors claim set number 1, 28-26. We'll take a quick break. You're watching Ohio High School Volleyball on Southern Ohio Sports Authority, presented by OhioHealth.
At OhioHealth, you can see your doctor here or here, on this or on these. And no matter if you're over here, over there, or anywhere in between, you'll feel good knowing OhioHealth provides the finest care anywhere. Schedule care today at ohiohealth.com/finestcare.
Hey everyone, Mike Glockner.
I'm Brandon Callahan.
Of the all-new Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram Service Center in Portsmouth, Ohio. We have a $39.95 oil change special going on right now. That includes a free tire rotation and free multi-point inspection. Schedule your appointment online at glocknercdjr@portsmouth.com.
28-26, set one win for the fifth-seeded Adena Warriors. Shane, what a way to start off the nightcap here tonight.
Yeah, that was certainly fun. You know, right from the start, there wasn't a whole lot of settle into the match. I mean, both teams ready to go, and like I said, tied at 9-9 as they were filling each other out a little bit. And then once Adena got going, it was the off of the serve and some of the off balance attack that they were able to take at South Webster. South Webster, as you would expect. I thought, give credit to the timeout, the use of the timeouts there. The timeouts were used at Adena up 16-12 and again at 19-12, and it just kind of allowed South Webster to stay the course, and eventually they responded and got all the way back there to tie it at 23, and then that's when the back and forth started. Tied at 23, tied at 24, 25, 26. So after Adena survived 3 set points, it was Adena serving for the setup, 27-26, and Kruger with the ace there. So again, just great volleyball the way around, and that's kind of what we anticipated, wasn't it? I mean, back and forth, and we thought we'd be here a while.
5-setter to start off the volleyball broadcast season for us. Why not? Won't necessarily be finishing it, as I will be here in a couple of days on Saturday. I know the schedule reads 2 o'clock. However, I think if both South Webster boys soccer has already advanced to the regional, that game is here at Logan, I think at 1 o'clock. So I would assume if South Webster were to win here tonight, one of those are probably going to have to get moved around, because you're probably not going to want to have South Webster boys soccer playing over here at 1 o'clock and then the girls playing volleyball in the gym starting just an hour later. So stay tuned for any timely updates if South Webster, of course, is able to win here tonight. But for now, Adena out front 1-0 as we head to set 2.
Yeah, we highlighted the ability of like the Southeast District, or in this case the OHSAA, because we're to the regional level now, the ability to move some things around and be flexible. I think that's good. I think that when you get these different fall sports into the postseason, and if you're lucky enough to have a volleyball and a soccer team, you want to give those communities an opportunity to support both. I think that's good stuff.
Both teams ready to roll here in set number 2. The senior Brooke Bossert set to get us going. Tight to the net serve. Bossert coming out of the break. Middle of the floor. Zimmerman back over on the free ball. Townsend right down the lane for Preston. Sticks it in. 1-0.
Great communication, Townsend and Preston. Preston started to go. Townsend was able to push that set out in front of her, and the net was open, and she delivered. Well done.
Bossert serves it a bit too strong. We're knotted up at 1 apiece. Jeep serve.
That one about got our good friend Derek Webb down there.
Claxon serves it away. Roll shot from Preston, far side. Back set from Claxon. This is Smith with the left hand, tipped right back by Smith. Now back over to the Jeeps, down the lane. Crum with the left hand, drops it in.
Nice job originally by the Adena defense, and then on the reset, they just kind of get caught standing up a little bit.
Another serve from Claxon. Townsend to Preston. Nice play by Coltenbach to keep it going. Roll shot from Zimmerman, tight to the net. I believe it made contact with the outside of the antenna, or at least was outside of the antenna, knotted up at 2 apiece. I'm learning.
Kruger had a couple nice stretches in the opening set serving.
Tight serve from Kruger. This is a back set to Crum, sent right back by Preston. Preston back over. Gets it to go, 3-2.
Preston, one of the top middle hitters in all of D3, showing off a little bit of the defense there, and then kind of defense turned to offense there as the ball came available at the net, and she delivers the kill.
Warriors by 1. Kruger serves it away. Claxon, near side. Zimmerman, too strong. 4-2, Adena.
Adena once again having some success in the Kruger serving rotation.
Claxon a back set. Crum gets the tip from Kruger. 4-3.
Clever play from Crum. There she goes up. Didn't quite have the timing to swing away. Nice adjustment to just kind of throw it to the back corner.
Townsend back to the middle of the floor, a bit off the net, Burns back over. Far side, this is Smith, won't go. Townsend over on the second touch. Claxon near side, tight to the net. Zimmerman tips it over with the right hand. Far side, Burns another go. This time gets it to fall.
Give Brenna Bossert a star there. She'd been beat on the tip over top of the double block a couple times. That time she's right there ready to pop it up. Adena's able to go quickly on the return attack and get the kill.
Grace Townsend back to serve, leading by 2. Nearly has the ace. Claxon over on the second touch, back over by Bossert, deep to the right corner. Howard back into play. Tight to the net. Burns tries to get it over. It gets caught up in the net. A fourth touch by Preston. Jeeps cut it down to 1.
that particular point had some ugliness both ways from the start, and South Webster comes out with a point.
Zimmerman serves it away. Townsend sets up Preston near side. Dig from Zimmerman. Now Claxon to Schupert. Right hand sneaks it in. Knotted up at 5 apiece.
Not very many times you see the ball sneak down on a Preston block. Just unable to get the hands out over top the net there.
Townsend back to Burns, over to the Jeeps. Claxon right down the middle. Big swing from Raynard. Yes. 6-5, Webster.
Job from Raynard there. Supplying some offense. She's been solid for the Jeeps all year long.
Townsend a back set. This is Preston a bit out of rhythm. Nonetheless, back over to the Jeeps. Smith on the attack. Too strong. 6-6.
Day returns to the front row. She'll play the middle of this 4th, 5th, and 6th rotation for Adena.
Raynard nearly sneaks it in. Got it. Sophomore Sydney Kelser back to serve. Townsend, far side. This is Day. Yes. 7-7. Back and forth it goes in set 2.
Day doesn't get a lot of chances to swing on the strong side. She does on that particular first ball over before rotating into the middle. That time is a nice look for her on the outside with her size to swing away.
1.9 per set for Day on the season. Now Claxon on the attack finds an opening. Jeeps back out in front, 8-7.
Outstanding set. What a great job from the sophomore setter there, staying out of the net, popping that ball up into position for her star hitter to swing away. Well done, Sydney Kelsler.
Raynard serves it away for the Jeeps. Nearly has an ace. Townsend back into play. Kruger with the free ball. Kelser sets it up. Down the middle, Crum. Nice play by Sowers. Now Day on the attack. Yes!
Give Grace Townsend a lot of credit effort-wise there. She runs the one ball all the way pretty much off the basketball court, sprints back into her setter spot, and is able to get on the same page with Day for another kill.
Town far side to Kruger. Blocked at the net. The Warriors keep it alive. Over on the free ball, tight to the net. Set to the middle of the floor. Addie Claxton tips it over with two hands. Off the net, Day into the back line. Near side, Claxton on the attack. A nice play by Bossert. Kruger gets it over on the free ball. Big swing off the net. Now back over by Bossert. Near side, Claxton takes a bit off of it. A nice play by Kruger. Now Townsend to the Adena bench. Nearly back over by Sowers.
That was some incredible volleyball. How about the defensive effort on both sides? If you didn't enjoy that point, you do not enjoy volleyball. That was good stuff.
Near side, Zimmerman. Over with the right hand. Townsend far side to Kruger. A big swing. Yes.
Nice bump set. Townsend on the outside. Kruger timed it up well, swinging away. Again, tied at 9.
Bossert serves it away. Claxton. All the way over, out of bounds. Jeeps get the point. Bella Claxton back to serve. Townsend near side. Kruger over with the right hand. Dig from Claxton. Down the middle. Tipped over by Crum. Back to the Jeeps. Zimmerman a free ball. Back over. Kruger far side. Nice dig by Claxton. Smith over. Down the middle. Preston. Nice play by Addie Claxton to keep it alive. Zimmerman over on the free ball. Townsend. Far side, Kruger, yes!
I tell you, the libero play in this match is insane. Addie Claxton on the one side, Brooke Bossert on the other. We've seen some high level defense from both teams. Tied once again at 10.
Kruger back to serve. Far side, tipped over by Crum. Yes. Claxton serves it away, gets the ace. 12-10. Near side, Zimmerman a big swing. Howard on the dig. Claxton back to Smith with the left hand. Nobody home. 13-10.
Certainly don't doubt the effort of the Adena defense, but right now South Webster's far more aggressive in the attack, starting with the serve of Addie Claxton and then just being able to put a lot of pressure on the Adena defense.
Strong serve from Claxton is long of the back line, 13-11.
The Townsend serve has been another one that Adena has had an advantage this evening.
Townsend serves it away, down by 2. Claxon a back set. Smith left hand. Won't go. Townsend burns far side off the top of the net. Jeeps keep it going. A bit off the net. Claxon is a bit too strong. Lead is down to 1.
Impressive swing. Not very many high school players can make that type of swing from that angle and from that far in the back row, but just missed the back line.
Nearly an ace for Townsend. A nice play by Zimmerman to keep it alive. A flick over by Smith. Far side. Burns a big swing. Ties it up at 13.
Dewey, if a team wins the first set 28-26, and now we're tied for the 9th time already in the second set at 13-13, does that mean we have a good matchup?
Extended set win for the Warriors in set 1, 28-26. Currently knotted up at 13 apiece. Near side, Zimmerman, yes! Jeeps back out in front, 14-13.
Zimmerman so strong on the outside there. When she gets nice and wide and gets that angle, it's just so hard for the block to take on her strength there and win at the net.
Townsend, far side to Burns, into the net. A 2-point lead for the Jeeps, 15-13. Preston, big swing, a bit too strong. 16-13, South Webster. Timeout, Adena.
After being tied at 10-10, South Webster opened up a 13-10 lead. Then Adena comes back tied at 13, so now this 16-13 matches the biggest lead of the match, actually, for South Webster.
Both teams gunning for a trip to the Elite Eight. Either way would be a rematch from last year's tournament with Meadowbrook. For Adena, it would be exactly the same, a regional final rematch. For South Webster, they met with Meadowbrook in the regional semifinal a season ago.
Well, we've talked about how blessed we are here as fans in this part of Ohio. I mean, you had 4 teams here tonight. Once we started to add it up, I'd said 80 earlier. Actually, we have 4 schools that have combined for closer to 90-plus wins on the year. And the level of volleyball we've watched here tonight certainly has showcased that.
Zimmerman back to serve. Jeeps by 3. Far side, Burns over on the free ball. Tight to the net, Claxon back to the Jeeps, but to no avail. That'll hand it back over to Adena, down by 2, 16-14.
Again, as Preston goes back to serve, that brings Day back into the front row for 3 rotations.
Back set, Smith, left hand, nice play by Townsend. Burns just does get it back over the net. Jeeps now on the attack, down the middle, Rayner, yes!
Watching South Webster now about 5 or 6 times this year. Rayner probably a little undersized by most standards in the middle, but she's just a clever shot maker. She does a nice job of picking her spots. Very effective.
Sophomore Sydney Kessler serves it away. Far side attack by Day. Dig from Kessler. Near side, this is Claxon. Into the net from Howard. Warriors not able to recover. The lead is back up to 4.
That ball that's passed in the net, Townsend tried to square the shoulders like you're taught, just didn't come off clean for her.
Far side, Day, yes!
Much needed point for Adena. South Webster opened up that biggest lead of 18-14, and Day comes back and answers.
18-15, Cameron Sowers back to serve for the Warriors, down by 3. Kessler, back set, Raynard over with the right hand. Now Townsend to Kruger, far side, dig from Zimmerman. Kessler another set, this time Claxton takes a bit off of it, sneaks it in. Lead is back up to 4 for the Jeeps.
A little bit of a change-up. What a great adjustment. The big block was there in front of her, and she's able to kind of change it up and pop it up over top of the block.
Down the middle, Day. A roll shot back over to South Webster. Schubert far side, a big swing. Now Townsend sets up Kruger, far side. Sent back by the Jeeps, out of bounds. Off the block, point goes to the Warriors.
Good defense from Adena. Townsend able to push it outside there. They're able to tool the block, and the ball falls just off the line for the Adena point.
Claxton a back set. Schubert on the attack, now over to the Warriors. Kruger down the line. Kessler called for a violation. 2 touches, lead is down to 2.
Again, it goes down as the violation, but honestly, it was a great effort from the setter. The ball's pretty tight to the net. She was doing everything she could to stay out of the net.
Timeout, South Webster, 1 remaining for both squads. 19-17 lead for the Jeeps.
Again, we've been tied 9 times in this second set, but we haven't been tied since 13-13. It's been all South Webster from that point on in terms of just controlling the lead, but Adena back to 19-17, forcing that timeout. South Webster starting to find a little bit more offense and keeping Adena off balance. Now again, Adena, outstanding defensive team, able to keep the ball off the floor, but not able to come on the attack. And that's ended up catching up with them on 3 or 4 occasions here in this second set. Good soundtrack being used here this evening. I don't know that it ranks with I was very impressed with the old school nature of the Waverly music over the weekend.
Brenna Bossert to serve out of the timeout. Too strong, back to the Jeeps. First to 20, leading by 3.
Great opportunity for South Webster right here.
Colton Bach serves it away. Too tight to the net. Back over to Adena. 20-18. Senior libero Brooke Bossert to serve. Trailing by 2. 20-18. At the net, Crum. Yes!
Nice attack from the lefty Crum. The ball was popped in the air a little bit, but the Adena back row just a little off balance, kind of coming in the cover a little early. Now Claxton back to serve here, needing 4 points to win the set.
Bossert on the second touch, far side, a roll shot from Preston. Now to the Jeeps, down the middle, Crum. Won't go, Kruger far side, can't get it over the top of the net. 22-18. Timeout Adena. Their second of the set.
South Webster's been really solid here in this second set. They have not trailed since all the way back at 8-7 when Adena had a 1 point advantage at that point, but they've really, even with some of the ties, and it's still been very, very competitive, the South Webster's been able to play out in front, and I just think that's important in the momentum, especially when you trail in the match.
If you're just now tuning in, a 4-set win for Meadowbrook. A little bit earlier on this afternoon, they advanced to the Elite Eight, which is where the winner of this matchup now will face, I believe we were saying, Saturday sometime around 2 o'clock. Obviously, the regional finals over at the football field here at Logan could cause a bit of issues between the start times between those two games. 22-18, South Webster leading. Bossert over on the free ball, back over to the Jeeps. Claxon sets it up, near side, Zimmerman. Dig from Bossert, Townsend sets up Kruger far side. Nice play by Claxon to keep it alive. Tipped over, Zimmerman. Overpass, back over to the Jeeps, out of bounds. 23-18. Bella Claxon to serve. Townsend over on the second touch. Claxon right there. Tipped over, Crum right back by Preston. Yes. 23-19.
Nice defensive effort from Preston there in the middle. And now or never in terms of this second set opportunity for Adena. See if they can close the gap.
Eva Kruger serves it away. Just a bit too strong. Far of the back line. Set point coming up for South Webster. Addie Claxon to serve. 24-19, Jeeps leading. Nearly has the ace, a nice play by Howard. Down the lane, Preston with the kill, 24-20.
Yeah, really nice job by Howard to keep that ball off the floor. Then Townsend's able to get that ball up in a position for Preston to attack, and Adena survives a set point.
Townsend to serve it away. Claxon, back set, Smith, over with the left hand. Jeeps take set number 2, 25-20. We're headed to the third, all knotted up at one apiece. We'll step aside. You're watching Ohio High School Volleyball on Southern Ohio Sports Authority, presented by OhioHealth.
This broadcast is brought to you in part by Willie & Son Trucking. Willie & Son Trucking has been a proud supporter of local student-athletes, coaches, and athletic programs throughout its history. Be sure to look out for the Shack Athlete of the Week, presented by Willie & Son Trucking, each week at SOSAOhio.com.
Kimberly. Tons of practice. One chop away from a black belt. 7 of the best sidekicks. And 5 years since her cancer diagnosis at OhioHealth.
To 20, set number 2 win for the Jeeps. They knotted up at 1 set apiece.
Yeah, I thought that was just outstanding response from South Webster, just like you would expect a 25-0 experienced volleyball team to do. A lot of times you lose the first set the way they did. It can kind of have a carryover effect. By no means did it do that at all. It was a great response from South Webster, and they even things up here at 1-1. Tell you, a big thing in my notes here has just been the play of Addie Claxton, the libero of South Webster. That young lady's terrific. She not only is wonderful as a passer and as a defender, but it's her leadership, her communication. She's just a ball of energy. I love the way she treats her teammates. She's just involved in a little bit of everything, and just a winner. Just a winner.
And as a sophomore too, already showing that much leadership that young.
Yeah, that's a great point too, because it just shows you leadership doesn't know what it says in the grade column sometimes. You know what I mean? Like if you're the leader and you're a hard worker, then lead. And you can tell that young lady certainly does that.
Well, it definitely helps when you have, I think, 3 older sisters that have played in the program, for sure 2. I believe there was an oldest one that may have played before even I was in high school. So definitely at least 3 older sisters. One obviously still playing in Bella Claxon to look up to.
Yeah, it certainly is. And again, what happens there is throughout the tradition of the program, you get a little sense of that, and you get some of those intangibles and some of the culture pieces that make great programs. Obviously, Adena's no stranger to that. They just won their 35th sectional in a row. 37 now district championships. So, they've made a few trips to the Sweet 16. 37. Think about that. That's insane. $35 in a row section. Just say those things. You almost can't say them without laughing. Like when I start saying them, I start laughing.
Colton Bach gets us going in set number 3. Knotted up, one apiece. Townsend, far side. Preston down the line. Won't go. 1-0 South Webster.
We've been talking all night, especially in these really close matchups, how important it is the first 3 or 4 serves of a set. Even if it's just getting out to a small 1 or 2 point advantage, I think it's important. It just kind of sets the tone for the set.
Serve from Colton Bach gets away from the Warriors. Free ball back over by Bossert. Down the lane, Crum, yes!
Pretty solid effort for Adena to get it back over, but again on the free ball, South Webster able to come quick. Adena's defense isn't set. Nice start for the Jeeps here, up 2-0.
Line drive serve from Kelsler. Tipped over on the second touch, 3-0.
Second time that's happened. Again, there has to be an awareness of her live at the net. That's both the blocker and the passer in the back recognizing and reading that.
Colton Bach still on the line for the Jeeps. Townsend, back set, near side, Kruger. Jeeps now, Zimmerman tips it over, back left corner, sticks it in. 4-0 Jeeps.
Nice adjustment from Zimmerman there, recognizes the blocks there, but sees the hole in the back corner and pushes it into her spot.
Colton Bach serves it away, up by 4. Bossert back over on the free ball. Claxon down the lane, Crum. Warriors now, Kruger, far side, blocked at the net. 5-0 run for the Jeeps coming off of a 25-20 set 2 win.
What an impressive start. You see it a little bit in the serving, a little bit in the defense, a little bit on the attack from Zimmerman, that time some net defense.
Sowers tipped over by Preston. Over by Claxon on the second touch. Far side, Kruger, a roll shot a bit off the net. Claxon sets it up right down the middle. Zimmerman tips it over, drops it in. Timeout, Warriors.
Really no choice but for Coach Smith to use the early timeout. The Adena serve receive really breaking down and not allowing them. I can only remember once or twice here in these first 6 serves that Adena's even been on the attack. So credit here. South Webster, the way they responded in the second set, and they've carried that momentum over here into the third set, dominating these first 6 serves.
First time out of the set for Adena.
If you're Adena, you take advantage of the early timeout here. It starts with a serve receive, and you got to get on some sort of attack. Right now, South Webster just kind of feeling a little bit. You can kind of read the body language. The crowd's really starting to get into it. A lot of energy. And Adena's got to respond.
Colton Bach at the service line, up by 6. Townsend, far side, Preston. Won't go. Jeeps now down the lane. Crum. Dig from Bossert. This is Kruger now with the right hand. Now to Zimmerman. Tips it over. Yes.
Zimmerman showing off of her vision. We've watched about 3 different shots now where she's picked out a spot in the Adena defense and hit the hole.
Colton back, another serve. This one a bit too strong. 7-1.
Even with the air, give Cottonbach a lot of credit there. Serving her team out to a 7-1 advantage. Nicely done there by the junior.
Kruger serves it away, down by 6. Claxon down the middle. Crum, a big swing, blocked by Preston at the net. Zimmerman will give it a go. Near side. Gives the point to South Webster. Off the tip from Adena, it lands out of bounds, 8-1.
South Webster up 8-1. Half of those points have come on 4 Zimmerman kills here in this set.
District 14 Player of the Year, Bella Claxon to serve. Far side, big swing from Burns. Nice dig by Claxon. Zimmerman gives it a go. Near side, yes! (9-1).
Skylar Zimmerman having herself a set here.
Roll shot from Preston back over to the Jeeps. Claxon, back set. Smith blocked by Preston at the net. Near side, tipped over with the right hand by Zimmerman. Over by Townsend on the second touch. Claxon does the same. On the attack, Burns blocked at the net. Out of bounds on South Webster. Second point of the set for Adena.
Good swing from Burns on the outside, able to tool the block to sail that ball out of bounds. Been all South Webster, but Adena's still early enough, 9-2. This is a rotation that they've had some success in this evening.
Townsend serves it away, near side. Zimmerman, yes! Jeeps the first to double digits in set 3.
Well, and Zimmerman having a huge set, but again, give a little star there on that service. That was a good serve from Townsend. And again, Addie Claxon's like a broken record. Pass right on target.
Claxon with the ace, 11-2. Addie Claxon pushes the lead to 9. Townsend set far side to Burns. Can't get it to go, 12-2.
Adena completely out of rhythm, and again, South Webster, this is another sign of an experienced team and a winning team. They kind of sense it. This is where they really go for the knockout punch.
Back set to Preston near side. She gets the kill.
Much needed swing opportunity for Preston there. That first ball over, hitting out of the weak side, getting a little bit more of an open net opportunity.
The senior Brinley Preston back to serve. Claxon, back set, Smith with the left hand, dig from Townsend. Townsend tips it back over with the right hand. Near side, this is Zimmerman on the attack, a nice dig from Howard. Townsend, far side, Burns, blocked at the net, back over to the Warriors. Preston gets it back over on the free ball, nearly drops it in. Colton Bach on the overpass. Warriors on the attack now, Day. Dig from Claxon. Raynard over with the left hand. Far side to Burns, over with 2 hands. Nearly sticks it in. Gets the tip off of Colton Bach. The long rally comes to an end. Adena cuts it down to 8.
Nice shot from Burns. Adena felt like they missed a lift on South Webster there, but they continued to play the point. Burns pushes one down the line for the point.
Near side, Zimmerman just does get it over the net. The Warriors keep it alive. Burns now knocks it over, back over by Zimmerman on the first touch. Right down the middle, a big swing from Day. Jeeps keep it alive. Townsend off the net. Now Smith with the left hand. Set from Wisecup, far side. Back over by Burns. She sticks it in. 12-5 now.
Pretty much the same shot. Again, she goes up. She recognizes the back corner is open. She uses the two-hand push and hits the spot.
Preston serves it away, down by 7. Claxon set right down the middle for Rayner. Big swing down the lane.
Again, I mentioned the size difference a little bit, but what they do is they use the short, quick set. Rayner just simply beats the bigger block to the point of attack and earns the kill.
Townsend set back to Day. Yes! (13-16).
Adena's offense showing some signs here over the last 4 or 5 points, but again, they dig themselves the hole when South Webster scored the first 7 points of the set.
Cameron Sowers serves it away. Near side, Schubert. Back over for the Warriors. Nice play by Wisecup off the net. Claxon on the attack. An overpass into the net. What a play by Townsend to get it back over. Wisecup sets up Kruger. Far side. Won't go. Claxon back over. Another nice play. This time by Sowers. Kruger over on the free ball. Back set. Smith. Got it.
Again, great effort on both sides. So many situations where throughout the year against a lot of opponents, there have been a lot of situations resulting in a point there. With these two teams going at each other tonight, it's play on, play on, play on, and then South Webster finally earns the point.
Kessler serves it away. 8-point lead for the Jeeps. Day down the lane, a nice dig by Kessler. Claxon back over to the Warriors. Townsend sets it up far side. Kruger into the net, won't go. 15-16. Check that, 15-6 South Webster.
South Webster played at a really high level there. Kessler, who's done a nice job setting tonight, her rotations across the back, they're showing off some defense.
Wisecup back over with the right hand. Kessler set. Near side, Claxon, yes!
Yeah, if Adena's unable to get this fixed in the serve receive, and they're not able to come on the attack, they just do not have an answer for that counterattack at the pace that it's coming.
Kessler back to Claxon. Out of bounds to the left side, 16-7. Brenna Bossert serves it away into the net. Back to South Webster, up by 10. Michaela Rayner to serve. Kruger over with the right hand. Kessler set to Claxon. Near side, tips it in. Jeeps beginning to pull away.
Yeah, well, again, the defense was scrambling there on the previous ball over, and they're never able to reset on the counterattack, and then Claxon recognizing the hole and knocks it in.
Townsend sends to Kruger, gets the kill. Back down to 10.
You go right back to the second set, right around the time it was tied at 10-10. It's been all South Webster is where the match started to flip.
Claxon sets it up for Crum, who gets the kill, 19-8. Seems like every time Adena answers, the Jeeps are right there.
Yeah, they've been pretty relentless during the stretch here. And again, what impressed me the most was not just how they responded in set 2 after losing the first set, but then coming out in the third set and scoring the first 7 points. It's had Adena chasing since.
Townsend a set to Preston, too strong. Long of the back line, the Jeeps the first to 20, leading by 12. Timeout Adena.
Well, again, down 20-8, this will be a tall task for Adena. What you're trying to do is you're trying to develop a little bit of momentum, a little bit of, just feel good about something in terms of maybe the way you clean some things up. If you're South Webster, you're obviously trying to make sure that doesn't happen. You're able to keep your foot on the pedal there and continue to go. Kind of reminds you a little bit of the Adena-Wheelersburg match the other day when Adena was able to really deliver that knockout punch there in that middle set. It really set the tone for the third set. So it'll be interesting to see. This will be, again, a tall task for Adena down 20-8. But how this set ends could possibly have something to do with how the fourth set starts.
20-8 lead for the Jeeps coming out of the Warrior timeout. They're just now tuning in, a 28-26 set 1 win for the Warriors, 25-20 for South Webster in set 2. 20-8 lead for the Jeeps in set 3. Looks to be Colton Bach back at the service line for South Webster.
Remember, she was the one that started the set on the 7 straight points.
Townsend back setting for Kruger. A nice dig by Colton Bach. Now Zimmerman on the attack. Too strong. Back to the Warriors, down by 11.
A rare mistake from Zimmerman in this particular set. She was off to a hot start while Cottonbach was serving. She had 4 or 5 kills there in the early going of this set.
Claxon back setting. Crum, big swing with the left hand. Off the tip, gets the kill.
South Webster is as good as any team I've watched all year in terms of using the weak side. So their ability to use all 3 spots at the net really keeps the defense off balance.
Claxon serves it away. Townsend down the lane for Burns. A nice dig by Colton Bach. Now Zimmerman on the attack. Yes.
And again, you recognize the leadership there. South Webster appreciating good volleyball. They understand that whole point was made possible by the great defensive effort of Cottonbach.
Howard over to the Jeeps on the free ball. Claxon down the lane. Crum, a nice play by Bossert to keep it alive. Far side, Burns. Won't go. Now Zimmerman into the net. Warriors now into double digits.
Again, Adena just in desperate need of a little bit of life here. Somewhere here at the end of this third set that might be able to help just spark something.
Serve from Townsend. Off the mark to the left side. Back over to the Jeeps. 2 points from claiming the set. 23-10, Addie Claxon serves it away. Free ball. Over by Burns. Is out of bounds. Set point coming up for South Webster. Jeep faithful coming alive. 24-10. Claxon serves it away off the top of the net. Townsend back setting. Preston gets it to go.
Again, holds up the set. 1 more point here. Looks like South Webster on its way to a 2-1 advantage here.
Claxon to Rayner. Yes! Jeeps take set 3, 25-11. Leading 2-1 as we head to set number 4. You're watching Ohio High School Volleyball on Southern Ohio Sports Authority, presented by OhioHealth.
There's not a Parmar store near you now, there will be soon. That's the slogan, and that's what we believe at Parmar stores. From groceries to gas and all the other stuff you need, Parmar has it. Download the Parmar app for even more savings, and don't forget the Parmar Rewards Card too. We also believe in being a big part of your community, so look for us at the ball game or wherever you are. Shop us today, like us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and remember, if there's not a Parmar store near you now, there will be soon.
This presentation of high school sports on Southern Ohio Sports Authority is brought to you in part by your local McDonald's. McDonald's proudly supports all area athletes again this season. Visit your local McDonald's in Chillicothe, Circleville, Greenfield, and Waverly. And be sure to check out SOSA's newly relaunched podcast, Overtime, presented by McDonald's.
25-11. Set 3 win for South Webster, heading into set 4 with a 2-1 advantage.
Yeah, this has been interesting. You know, Adena came out and played really well in the first set. South Webster comes back, and then it was anybody's set, and Adena finds a way to get that one. And then South Webster's just really answered the bell. I've been real impressed with their maturity and their focus in terms of the way they stayed with it. They come out, we were tied halfway through the second set, and then they just took off, and they've really controlled the match since, especially in that third set. They started Kaltenbach out 7-0 there in the first 7 serves of that third set. Zimmerman was terrific on the outside as well, and then Claxton and the defense just continued to do a number. You can kind of see it in the crowd. You were highlighting a little bit of the fun the students were having there.
Conga line.
It is. There's a lot of energy in the building right now wearing red, and the 2 shades of blue are going to have to respond here a little bit. You and I have talked about this all year calling volleyball together. Where volleyball is different than other sports is you start that scoreboard over. So it's not like we had a tied game in the middle of the third quarter and South Webster took off and they're up 15 and Adena's got to catch up. You know, it's just 2-1. You start back over 0-0. So that's where the volleyball momentum can shift so quickly back and forth. Let's see if Adena can get off to a better start here in this 4th set and force a 5th set.
Brooke Bossert gets us going in set number 4. Claxton, near side, Zimmerman. Can't stick it in. 1-0 Adena.
Right idea. We watched Zimmerman hit that spot about 5 or 6 times in the last set. This time that sells wide, and Adena a chance to play out in front.
Another serve from Bossert. Claxton, near side, Zimmerman once again, a nice dig from Sowers. Far side, Kruger over with the right hand. Won't go. Zimmerman back over with the free ball. Down the lane, Preston, big swing. Kessler keeps it alive. Claxton over with the second touch. Drops it in. Knotted up at 1 apiece.
Again, what happens in the elite level of volleyball, you get certain attacks that are really well executed, and you're used throughout the year to those resulting in points. Well, tonight it results in a big-time dig and the play on, so you got to stay with it.
Claxton gets the ace. 2-1 lead, Jeeps. Up by 1, Claxton just does sneak it over the top of the net. Grabs another ace, 3-1.
Yeah, a little bit unfortunate there if you're Adena, but you always got to watch that ball in flight, and you got to make sure that you see it clear the net, so you always got to be aware for those unexpected things.
Jeeps up 3-1. What a play by Bossert to keep it alive. Jeeps just to tip it back over. Townsend, what a play, back over to the Jeeps. Claxton to Townsend, over with the left hand. Townsend sets up Kruger, off the net attack. Back set, Smith, left hand. Yes! Shane, I don't believe we had a third touch until that final kill.
And again, that's one of those examples where the volleyball's not even that pretty on that particular point, but the effort back and forth is phenomenal. So you certainly appreciate that part of it.
Jeeps up 4-1. Claxon down the lane. Crum blocked at the net by Preston. Zimmerman tips it over. Dig from Kruger. Townsend over with the left hand on the second touch. Townsend sets up Kruger. Far side. Nice play by Claxon. Keeps it alive for the Jeeps. Now Preston, a big swing off the tip. Lead is down to 2.
Good team volleyball from Adena there as Townsend had to step in and take the first ball. Really good ball to pop up there. I believe that was Bossert that stepped in and popped that up to give her a swing.
Kruger to serve, down by 2. Claxon back setting. Crum, left hand. Dig from Townsend. Far side to Burns now with a roll shot. Yes.
When Adena's been able to get in system and go with multiple options at the net, they've been pretty good, but they've really struggled just to continue to stay on a consistent attack.
Claxon setting for Zimmerman. Near side, out of bounds, off the block by Adena. 5-3, Webster lead. Addie Claxon with an ace. 6-3 now for the Jeeps. Just off the top of the net.
Yeah, again, another one that just clips the top of the net. Again, it's a little bit unlucky, but again, you just have to follow it and try to make a play on it.
Another tight serve from Claxon. Burns over with the right hand. Can't get it over the net. 7-3.
What happens as well, when you start to struggle in serve receive, everyone kind of starts to stand and watch. So even when you get a good enough pass, the hitters aren't transitioning off the net. The hitters have got to trust the pass, and they got to go get ready to hit.
Townsend sets it up down the lane. Preston. Her kill won't go. Near side, Zimmerman. Now over to Burns. Over with 2 hands, kept alive by the Jeeps. Back set, Smith. Now Burns, far side, blocked at the net. Warriors keep it alive. Howard back over. What a play by the senior. Adena now. Burns. Now to Claxon, way off the net. Back over to Adena. Townsend. Far side, close to the net. Burns runs out of room. 8-3.
Again, certainly don't doubt the effort on both sides. A lot of defensive effort, keeping balls off the floor.
Addie Claxon gets the ace. Timeout, Adena. Trailing by 6, 9-3 in set 4.
Yeah, again, I feel like Coach Smith just sees it as I've got to try to do something to stop this momentum. We were just spending that entire third set playing uphill, and here we go again in the fourth set. Adena scored the first point of the set, and then South Webster took off, and they're up 4-1. Then they were up 5-3, 6-3, and then they've rolled all the way to 9-3 here. So timeout Adena, and you'll still have Claxon on the line serving.
You're just now tuning in, 28-26, Adena in set 1, 25-20, 25-11. South Webster rallies off back-to-back set wins to take a 2-1 lead, currently out in front by 6, 9-3 in set number 4.
The word that I would use with South Webster is just complete. They come at you in so many different ways. They serve it well. The defense is incredible. They have a mix of right-hand, left-hand swings at the net, so they can come at you on the weak side, strong side, middle, all the way across the net.
Townsend back to the middle of the floor. Tipped over by Preston. Jeeps keep it alive. Claxton over on the third touch with the roll shot. Far side. Burns. Right hand. Won't go. Jeeps now. Zimmerman. Kept alive by Howard. Far side. This is Burns. Roll shot off the net. Colton Bach on the dig. Back over by Zimmerman. Townsend setting for Preston. Down the lane. Gets it to go.
Nicely done there, Townsend to Preston. Middle hitter coming right on top of the setter. They use a little quick action.
Townsend serves it away for Adena. Back set. Smith, left hand. Back over to Adena. Burns down the line. Won't go. Zimmerman over with two hands. Just does squeeze it in the right side. 10-4.
You know, the star power on South Webster, you highlight the play of Addie Claxton and Bella Claxton and on down the list. I tell you, Lauren Cottonbach has done a really nice job for them. It's just, you know, the depth of the South Webster roster really on display here this evening.
Far side, this is Burns. Down the line, gets the kill.
Again, big time swing. Burns, just a sophomore, really has come on this year.
Preston serves it away. Raynard can't get it to fall. Free ball back over to the Jeeps from Adena. Down the lane, Raynard, another swing this time. Sends it home. 11-5.
Good setter play from Claxton there. She used the shoot set the time before. Then that time the quickness of Raynard in the middle causing problems for the Adena block.
Kessler serves it away up by 6. Townsend back setting for Burns. A big swing on the other side by Bella Claxton. Off the tip by Adena. Give the point to the Jeeps. 12-5.
We saw this in the first match tonight with Meadowbrook. You get in this situation up 12-5 in the fourth, and you start to sense it a little bit.
Ace pushes it to a 13-5 lead for Sydney Kessler. The sophomores come on strong for the Jeeps, 13-5. Back-to-back aces for the sophomore. (14-5). Townsend setting for Day, a bit off the net, drops it in. 14-6.
Again, you go up and down the roster for South Webster, and you're getting contributions from everywhere. They're very well schooled. The chemistry's there. They understand their roles. They understand the strength of each teammate.
Cameron Sowers serving for the Warriors. Kessler called for a violation, 2 touches. Lead is down to 7 for South Webster.
Yeah, one of the rare times, good coaching. Their coach is explaining that you didn't get your feet set and get under the ball properly, and that resulted in the legal touch.
Bella down the lane, kept alive by Bossert. Far side, Kruger over with the right hand, just does sneak it in. Right past the diving Kessler, 14-8.
There's a great example of what I'm talking about. A much better job of all the Adena hitters getting off the net, and you become a threat, and it kind of leaves the block guessing a little bit more. Much better effort from the Adena front there.
Right at the net, Kessler, near side for Claxton, gets the kill.
Special player when she gets that type of opportunity on the outside. It's going to be, that's usually not going to end well for the opponent.
the junior Raynor to serve. Too strong, just a bit far of the back line, 15-19.
As we reach 15 here, Dewey, right around 15-9, you kind of feel like it's the one last opportunity for Adena to go here a little bit.
Brenna Bossert to serve. Set from Claxon, near side, Crum sent back by Preston. 16-19.
Yeah, Day was there on the original play to block and play, but again, just the relentless nature of the South Webster attack.
Colton back at the service line for the Jeeps, 16-19. Townsend, far side, Kruger gets it to go. Lead is down to 6. Preston back into the match for the Warriors. Corinne Day out.
Again, back to that 6-point margin, but Adena not in a position to trade points here. There's going to have to be a little bit of a spurt to allow themselves an opportunity to steal the set.
Tight serve from Bossert, back set by Claxon. Crum down the line, can't sneak it in. 16-11.
Even with the hitting error, I just love the lefty on that backside there, and I love the aggressive attack. Just so hard to defend the entire net.
Claxon setting near side for Zimmerman. Down the line, gets the kill.
So what I'm talking about, defending the entire net, you've got the righty Zimmerman on the one side, you got the lefty Crum, you've got as good a setter as there is in all of Division III in the state of Ohio, and she's just picking the defense apart there, not giving hitters an open net.
Preston with the kill. Lead is back down to 5.
Like the opportunity when you get your best hitter different places on the net. That time Preston with one of her rare swings from the outside cuts it back to 5. Again, Adena trying to hang on.
Kruger serves it away. Claxon, near side, Zimmerman, won't go.
You kind of feel it here. We're on the Adena side. You feel like the crowd's just looking for something to get back in this thing with.
Claxon back setting, Crum down the line, yes! Back up to 5.
Yeah, again, what I was describing a second ago was on display there, the open net, and that's just a helpless feeling for the passer. Bossert tried to get that ball popped up, but I mean, that's just an open net.
Addie Claxon serves it away, up by 5. Townsend, far side, Burns won't go. Zimmerman over with the right hand, yes! Sneaks it in the right side, 19-13.
Such a clever shot maker. She sees the floor really, really well. She'll give you the hard swing, but she has been able to show off about 6 or 7 times tonight where she finds a hole and pushes it there.
Burns over on the free ball. Claxon sets for Smith. Over with the left hand. Off the Warrior tip. It will go 20-13. Lead is back up to 7. Timeout, Adena. Their second of the set, trailing by 7 in set 4.
Yeah, Adena crawled back to 4 at 17-13, and just like that, South Webster, as they've been doing for about the last hour now, they have the answer. And at 20-13, Coach Smith used her final timeout of the set. So South Webster looking to push 5 and push to the Elite 8. At what, 26-0? Is that what we're trying to get to here tonight if you're the Jeeps?
25-0 for the 1 seed South Webster. 18-7 for the 5th seeded Adena Warriors.
The other thing is you don't have to remind the South Webster students to have fun. That's one of the better pep sections I've seen in our modern day high school athletics. The good student section's a little bit of a lost art. That's one of the better I've seen there. They're pretty clever. They make themselves at home too throughout the gym.
Burns back to the middle of the floor. Preston over with the free ball. At the net, Claxton to Raynard. It will go. 21-13.
Again, the speed of Raynard and the pace that they play with in the middle has just really been an issue for Adena tonight.
High serve from Claxton. Howard on the reception. Townsend back over on the second touch. Overpass by Kaltenbach. Far side, Burns. Big swing. Kept alive by the Jeeps. Kaltenbach on the other end. Warriors now. Preston. Too far. 22-13. Back set from Townsend at the net. Preston over with the right hand. Claxton setting for Smith. Left hand blocked. Out of bounds. Point goes to the Jeeps. 2 points away from a trip to the Elite Eight.
Addie Claxton continues to serve. I highlighted that on one of our timeouts earlier tonight. I can't tell you how good this young lady is wearing that different collar jersey. She's terrific.
Townsend back setting Preston off the net. Now Claxton right back to Bella Claxton off the net. Too far to the left side, 23-14. Townsend nearly has an ace. A nice play by Zimmerman. Back to the Jeeps. Warriors take the point, 23-15.
Starts with a tough serve for Townsend, and then Preston and company with a nice defensive effort there at the net.
Grace Townsend back to the service line, 23-15. Claxton, near side, Zimmerman won't go. Now back to Bossert, she'll get it over on the free ball. Tight to the net, Claxton tips it over into the net. 23-16, Warriors take the point. Down by 7. Townsend serves it away. Gets the ace. Timeout, South Webster. Their first of the set.
Good timeout. I mean, look, it was 23-13. Now all of a sudden it's 23-17. If you're on the South Webster side, you don't want to start a celebration too early here. You got to focus on the task at hand. So I like the early timeout, not letting it get away. You're still in complete control of the fourth set. You're still in complete control of the match. You just got to refocus there in your timeout and come back and get these 2 points. If you're Adena, there's no 6-point play in volleyball, so you just got to keep playing one at a time. Townsend's giving them a little bit of a spark here at the line. You just have to, I know it's cliche, but you just have to simply play 1 point at a time and see if you can't get back in a position where you can survive a couple set points and maybe steal it.
Grace Townsend back to the service line, down by 6 in set 4. Set, right to the net, Raynard nearly gets the kill, back over by Bossard. What a play by the Warriors. Now Smith with the left hand, dig from Townsend. Wisecup back to the middle of the floor, Townsend back-to-back free balls for Adena, down the lane, Raynard gets the kill. Match point coming up for the Jeeps.
Great effort from Howard and a couple other defenders here on the Adena side. Just too much offense, too much attack here. South Webster knocking on the door to the Elite Eight here.
Zimmerman serves it away. Townsend, far side, Burns, yes! Warriors not going away.
Good aggressive attack. Townsend pushes it out there. Burns with a nice swing. Survives the first set point. Or the match point, excuse me.
Preston serves it away. Claxon. Far side to Smith, won't go. Back to Burns, blocked at the net and out of bounds. 24-19. Preston remains at the service line, down by 5, match point for the Jeeps. Claxon, down the lane, Raynard. Gets it to go, the Jeeps are moving on.
What a complete volleyball team, top to bottom. Star power at the top, great versatility throughout the entire roster, outstanding role players as well. Congratulations, South Webster, 26-0, one step shy of the Final Four.
Jeeps are moving on to the regional final this Saturday, where they'll take on the 1 seed out of the East, the Meadowbrook Colts, who were victorious a bit earlier on tonight against Nelsonville. Game scheduled for 2 o'clock, but given the fact that the South Webster boys soccer team plays at 1 o'clock here at Logan, expect that to change. The Jeeps take it in 4. We'll take a quick break. You're watching Ohio High School Volleyball on Southern Ohio Sports Authority, presented by OhioHealth.
See everything Southern Ohio Sports Authority presented by OhioHealth has to offer by visiting our website at SOSAOhio.com for complete coverage of area athletes and teams, including game stories, features, live streams of games, player and coach interviews, nightly scores, area standings, and much more. You can even view and purchase action photos from our more than 100 galleries. That's SOSAOhio.com for the best local sports coverage around.
Caleb Williams has transferred to Wendy's for the new loaded nacho cheeseburger.
This burger's my inspiration, and I just hope to inspire you.
Oh, you have inspired us.
Thought we were doing names on the headband.
Get it together. Choose wisely. Choose Wendy's new.
25-19, the Jeeps take set number 4 and take the regional final. Check that, the regional semifinal. Shane, they're moving on to the regional final, where they'll take on Meadowbrook, a rematch of last year's regional semifinal between the two just a round later.
Yeah, what an impressive night of volleyball, capped off by a really impressive South Webster group, improving to 26-0. I talked about it, the 4 teams on display here tonight. I think, gosh, you didn't tell me I'd have to do math, but it's pushing actually 90 wins between the 4 of them on the year. And you've watched, I mean, look, Nelsonville won that first set in that first match there tonight, and they had every opportunity in that third set where they could have forced that thing into a 4th, 5th set there. Same way with Adena. Adena comes out, they win the first set. They had the opportunity later on. But, man, I'll tell you what, South Webster just grabbed control of this match about halfway through that second set, and it was really never in doubt the rest of the way. Adena pushed a little bit, but I was just so impressed with how many different ways South Webster can come at you, and I think we're in for an incredible regional championship come Saturday afternoon.
Yep, South Webster remains perfect on the season, 26-0. They'll have Meadowbrook this Saturday. We'll have that on live stream right here at Southern Ohio Sports Authority, presented by OhioHealth. But Shane, for tonight, I think that's about all we have for our regional semifinal doubleheader here from the Jim Myers Gymnasium. Dewey Daly and Shane Combs signing off. You've been watching Ohio High School Volleyball on Southern Ohio Sports Authority, presented by OhioHealth. That was up to what was it, 8:20 or something?